So Logan Paul, he just made $5 million. What he did is he made up these 3,000 Pokemon cards, but instead of Pokemon, he had a picture of him, little drawing of him on the Pokemon cards, and he sold all these in a quick auction. He only made 3,000 of them, and what he did, instead of paying for cash, people paid in Ethereum, and each one was 1 Ethereum, so about like $1,500 a piece at the time of that auction, I guess. And first day he made $3.5 million. Next day he sold a whole bunch more. Altogether he sold 2,586 of these cards. Then he burnt the rest of them, so he burnt 400 of these cards. And the weird thing about this, making these cards and little Pokemon, Logan Paul Pokemon cards, is they're not actual cards. They're digital. They're not things that you can touch or feel or hold or put into your pocket or anything like that. These are digital cards, and they're called NFTs. And NFTs have been popping up a lot. They've been all over the YouTube feed, and I seen Meet Kevin do some videos. I seen some other crypto guys talking about NFTs are the way to get rich in 2021. Then I seen Alex Becker do a couple NFT videos. I liked those. So we're going to talk about NFTs and why, Gary Vee is so big on NFTs right now. Now, NFTs they stand for Non-Fungible Tokens. And the fungible, we'll start with fungible. Fungible means that something is, it's the same as something else. So if you have $1 and another $1, you can switch these dollars around, and you don't really care which dollar you get. But if you have something like a silver coin, and this silver coin is, just, a silver coin, but your other silver coin is like some sort of rare mintage made on a special year at a special place, and this special silver coin is going to be worth a lot more than this one. Even though they're like really kind of the same, there's a little bit different. They are a little bit different where you can't just trade them out, and those are non-fungible. And NFTs, the non-fungible token part, is that they're on the blockchain. They use the technology that Bitcoin uses, the blockchain technology, to create this new kind of token. Bitcoin solved the problem of copy and pasting information. It secures the information, so it can be only like one of a kind. And their first use case was as like a means of transaction, and that's like the money part of Bitcoin. But now we have the non-fungible tokens, where one way that NFTs are different than Bitcoin is you can't separate them, and they can't be split up, and you can't buy half an NFT or 1/10 of an NFT. It's just an NFT, one, and they're all one of a kind. So the use case of this is they're showing ownership in digital art. The example that's used a lot is if you have a picture of the Mona Lisa, you can take a little picture of the Mona Lisa. You don't own the Mona Lisa. That's still there in the museum. But if you have the NFT for the Mona Lisa, then that shows that you actually own the original art. And right now, most of the art is just digital online art. And lots of people are, they draw their little pictures, or there's some other things like there's some images, and there's also the basketball cards that are really popular, and these are ownership in these images, the original images. And yeah, you can copy and paste these images, but you don't own like the original image, and it's just like a copy, so it's not the original art. But the NFT is ownership in that original art. Gary Vee and Logan Paul say that we are in a digital age, and we're going in a way where the line between owning physical assets and digital assets it's blurring. So in the future, it's going to be much more common where people own digital things, and NFTs are the way that we secure the rights to owning that digital thing. NFTs make sure there's a fixed supply, and they provide characteristics, and you can see that you own this thing, this image. You can see that, and it's written into the blockchain, and it can show you other details, like if there's a set, like Logan Paul's set of 3,000 copies, this is number 500 out of 3,000. NFTs also can provide ownership of real assets in the real world. Maybe you could have an NFT for a piece of real art, and then you could go up to the museum and be like, I have the NFT, can I take my art home please? And they could be like, well, here you go sir, here's your art, good doing business with you, or whatever. Right now, like, it's the art that's really hot in NFTs, and the basketball cards, and then you see some stuff a little bit about some like video game skins where you could get like special swords and guns and stuff from video games and show the ownership of that through an NFT. Some of these NFTs are worth a lot of money, or at least they're selling for a lot of money right now. One of the big NFT spaces is the NBA Top Shots, and these are the digital basketball cards, and they're not necessarily cards. They're not even still images. They're little videos of slam dunks and stuff, but they still have all the characteristics of basketball cards. Like, they have different. You could buy packs, and then each card has like different amount that was created, and they have different levels of rarity. So all the same characteristics are just digital, and all these characteristics are secured through the blockchain. On the website, the two most expensive cards on the website, first one's going for $240,000, and the second one's going for $213,000. And it's a picture of these guys making, some slam dunks, and I guess they're winning the game or something. I don't really follow basketball very much. CryptoPunks is another digital art collection that's really popular, and this is a collection of 10,000 unique pixel art little faces. Whole bunch of them, and they're all different. Everyone's different, and they're really popular with this guy right here. I guess his name is 6965. He sold on February 19th for $2 million. So maybe that one's a little too pricey for us. Let's go ahead and look, and we'll sort from cheapest to more affordable. And so lowest price first, we get this guy. They're selling for 22.5 Ethereum. So that's like $33,000. So even the cheapest ones are, $33,000, and that shows that how popular these are. And altogether, CryptoPunks have sold $100 million worth of Ethereum in their lifetime. Then, I don't know if it's the biggest name, but he's the biggest digital artist right now, and his name is Beeples. He's a digital artist. He's been making digital art for years, and he's already has like 2 million Instagram followers. So he started putting his art on NFTs, and just recently he sold a piece of art worth $6.6 million. And he even sold it through Christie's, which is a traditional art auction house. And this is the first completely digital art that's ever been sold like this. So do I think NFTs are in a bubble, or are they kind of like the future of digital art or collectibles or something like that? Well, here is a picture from the 1990s of two people in divorce court, and they're fighting over their Beanie Baby collection. And that's kind of what I think about. So I think that NFTs do have a future in showing ownership in assets, both real assets, like I said, like going to an art house and being like, oh, that is my real painting because I have the NFT for it. I do think there's a future in that, and there's future with like video game things. I definitely think there is a future in digital assets, digital art, but I think that these prices are crazy. And there's one thing in the CNBC interview that Beeples did that really caught my attention. So let's take a look.
Right. Can you walk us back to the time when you first thought this was even possible, when you got the idea for this new chapter in digital art?
So, I mean, I didn't invent this technology, obviously, and I only came to this space about 4 months ago. So it's really like rapidly growing and expanding. So, you know,
That's right. Beeples sold $6.6 million in digital art recently in NFTs, but he's only been in the space for 4 months. And here are the top comments for this YouTube video. You know you were early in the game when there is less than 1,000 views. Ha ha ha. Well, right now there's 24,000 views. Then down here we have Chonk is one that has a massive potential for capital gains with the price going up and massive dividends for all the NFT they drop. Worth looking into. Little emoji rocket ship stuff. Chonk is a penny crypto with like a market cap of like $2.5 million. So they're a penny crypto. And then the next one, Akomi just raised 6,000% this month. Oni is going to be a monster. So 60 times your money, and that's not a monster yet. You're still waiting for the big returns. I really see some signs of the top in this space. I think it's a lot of it, I think, is a fad. I don't think it's gonna last. I think there's a lot of signs of the top in the market in general. Like with SPACs and the next EV company, and cryptocurrency's been hot, and I think that NFTs are a big sign of a top, and I think that it's unsustainable. I think a lot of people are going to lose a lot of money in NFTs, but who knows, maybe 5 years from now I'm going to be, you know, all upset that I didn't buy those pictures of emojis off of the blockchain. That's all I got for this video. Go ahead and leave a comment down below if you spent your life savings on some sort of picture of a pixelated guy with blue hair and a mohawk smoking a cigarette. Like this video if you learned anything about NFTs. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And then I want you to go have a good day, alright? Justin out.